Good afternoon. I'm here to talk about the results of my High Performance Leadership Project. About a year ago, I gave a speech to the club where I told you about the vision and mission and how I had formulated that and what a High Performance Leadership Project is all about. And I've been working this project over the last year, and now I'm in phase 5, where I analyze the project and the leadership lessons that we learned and present the results. As a reminder, High Performance Leadership Project is selected by an individual on a topic of their choosing in order to develop leadership skills and to assess and analyze those skills over the life of the project. My High Performance Leadership Committee consists of Carl Thormeyer, Arnie Buss, and Fred Sadler. Quite an esteemed committee. I hope that that will reflect well on me. Let me give you a little background about the project in case you don't remember or weren't here last year when I told you about it. We had identified within my organization a gap in training individuals to use a statistical computation tool called R. Now these software programs all have strange names, so I want to make sure you spell this one correctly. R. It's spelled a lot like it sounds. And if you're a 2-year-old, as you learn the alphabet, you eventually get to R. L-M-N-O-P-Q-R. I have to start somewhere, I know, to get there, but R. It is software that supports doing statistical computations. It has a lot of capability. If you're a graduate of the MPSOR department, you're probably familiar with R. You probably used it in some of your classes. You may have used it for your thesis. Many of our analysts come from the Naval Postgraduate School or the Air Force Institute of Technology or other places, and a lot of them have encountered R. My vision for this project was that we'd offer innovative professional growth opportunities to analysts in order to improve the technical rigor and integrity of our analytic work. So this stemmed from our values, both the Army values and my organizational values, and the focus of our work and what matters the most to us. We had a mission, and the mission was to develop a distributed training program for my organization in fiscal year 17 in order to enable analysts to gain and maintain proficiency in the R statistical programming language. So, real simple mission. We had to plan and organize ourselves to do that. So first I needed a team. You can't lead without somebody to follow. Although you really don't have to do a lot as a leader if you pick the right followers. And I picked Major Carty Moten, Major Jared Shingleton, and Major Nate Parker. All 3 members of my organization here in Monterey. All 3 enthusiastic and dedicated to using R to make the rigor of our work better and to do what our part of the organization here in Monterey does, and that's applied research that improves the methods, models, and tools that my organization has to conduct analysis. One of the things that the team did was decide that our plan would be to have no rigorous, detailed plan, but instead to exploit every possible opportunity that we found. So I'm going to tell you about some of those opportunities that we found and how we exploited them. First, Nate had the great idea to put a meeting on the calendar for us to get together at the close of business on Friday. And so we have our methods, models, and tools meeting every Friday in the Trident room over in Harriman Hall. We often actually do talk about what we've done that week with methods, models, and tools while somebody's pouring the beer. But we had other opportunities, and one, for example, was to put on a workshop. We had done analysis using text analytics capability for various projects and developed those. And so Nate led a workshop where we learned how to use distributed tools like the Sakai capability here at the Naval Postgraduate School, and then bring people together and have a one-week intensive effort to help them learn the tools and to share from experts who joined us capability that we might use there. Another opportunity was to develop products that we would share. So we all committed ourselves to producing products that we could share with other people that were based on work that we had done in R. So we exploited the fact that we'd already done work to do analysis to then extract from that a short example that we could share with other people of how the methodology worked or how we had applied the tool. One way that I can tell that we're having success is Major Jared Singleton just came back from Afghanistan. He was talking to one of the new analysts yesterday, and he explained to him, we all use R here. A year ago I could say many of us used R, but now we all in my organization use R. Major Moten is probably our most prolific R developer. He's coached and mentored most of the analysts in our organization who use R, and he's now moving on to the Army G8, where he's going to work in the proponency office, which is now sponsoring training and education and R capability. We now have an R application server here at the Naval Postgraduate School. The Army's also standing up one for Army analytic use. Frankly, this project got away from me because everybody took initiative and started doing the things that we wanted to do. And I primarily stayed out of the way and connected the dots on what people were doing back to the project. And that was my primary contribution. Other than being just like the rest of the people chained to the boat rowing, I rowed my share and wrote R code. One signal result was Jared just returned from his deployment to Afghanistan, where the 4-star commander gave him a commendation for the visualizations that he developed to help senior leaders understand the situation in particular aspects of that. So today I told you about my high performance leadership project. I told you that we were going to develop this capability within the organization to help people grow. We did that. I'm very proud of what we've accomplished, and it continues. Thank you.
Used to call me talks to a post. Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters. Jack. An exceptional speaker, always a leader. Until today, I decided, no, in fairness, I deciphered R as simply a placeholder between Q and S. But now I know I should hold R close to me because I'm not completely sure what the heck the statistic computation, except that's counting back to Joseph. But I do understand that R is really, really important to the U.S. Army. So I had better be paying attention to my R's. R is a software, so this is an advanced speech evaluation guide for presenting the results of that speech. They're asking me to give you an idea of, did that speaker adequately explain the nature and scope of the project? I think he did. I mean, there was a lot to this R-ness. Bringing in 3 of our fellow Toastmasters, plus he told us about anecdotes with some majors that were pretty major in this world. So we understand that he had a methodology, models, and tools to conduct analysis that has to do with R. He wrote it so beautifully as well. So this was something I completely understood. It was, again, close to me, close to me. Q-R-S. He exploited methods and models He was absolutely adorable by going to Antidotes and bringing us into some of the ideas that he went down into the, I guess, a beer hall or something that is here on campus. And enjoyed intense learning R. He developed products of R to share with others. So this became something, while I don't completely understand it, people in his realm do. And that's the important thing that I got from this speech, is that he did something, he followed through with that, he brought it to the business end of the Army and became successful with R. And I think we need to give him our greatest respect with R. Thank you, Jim.